We are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio Grassman or even the Michigan Dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome back to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Hello again, everyone.
And happy Easter for everybody that celebrates that's watching. This week we are taking a look at Die Glocke. And some background, it's German for the bell, so if we just refer to it as the bell, it's because we're English speakers, and it's easier to say the bell than Die Glocke all the time. And it's reportedly a top secret scientific device or super weapon, and it's developed by Nazis or World War II Germans, and it's what was apparently 12 feet in length and 9 feet in diameter.
Isn't this the perfect thing to be talking about during Easter?
Yeah,
Just
a super weapon made by possibly one of, if not the most evil organizations ever.
just perfect.
Just perfect, yeah.
So, introduction, it was used as a plot point in Lightning, a 1988 novel by Dean Koontz, and its rumors surround a Nazi superweapon had circulated beforehand.
And it's got some powers that may or may not have actually had, including anti-gravity propulsion, so flying, like I guess kind of like an airplane. I'm not quite sure how airplanes work, but yeah, above my knowledge range. Possible time machine, and it was possibly flying saucer-like in its abilities. So think of the anti-gravity propulsion system like a UFO, like you would typically think of a UFO.
Now, you see, for me, I feel like the time machine is definitely thrown out there because if it did have time machine capabilities, they probably would have won the war.
Yeah, we would be living in a very different timeline if it was a time machine.
Mm.
Or maybe they it's not necessarily a time machine, but a dimension, like a multiverse machine.
So you're saying they might have taken over another dimension?
Yes.
Okay, well, as long as they're not here.
I hope not. But
And then, of course, some pop culture. Like we said, the book Lightning, which was by Dean Koontz in 1988. There is the 12 Monkeys season 4 TV series. There is The Truth About the Wonder Weapon by Igor Witkowski, a 2000 novel. And then The Hunt for Zero Point by Nick Cook in 2001 novel.
yeah, the truth about the Wonder Weapon was in, I forget what language, but it was originally in another language, but so I just used the English translation of the title to make it easier for us English-speaking Americans that don't really know how to properly pronounce other languages to be respectful of the other languages. And on to our thoughts, considering that most, if not all, countries, at least the bigger superpower countries like the US, Russia, Germany, all of those countries were involved in making some kind of super weapon, a la the atomic bomb. I do think that Nazis during the 30s and 40s were definitely working on some sort of super weapon, whether it was something like Die Glocke or something else. I don't know, but they definitely were. That they had to have been working on a super weapon.
Yeah, I agree that there's a very good possibility that some sort of weapon was probably being made in Germany at the time. But like we talked about before, I doubt it's anything to the caliber of a time machine. Because, like I said, if they did have a time machine, I doubt there was a way they could have lost. Which Austin brought up that, like, possibly it was like a dimension hopping thing. So, I mean, there's possibly, maybe, a very, very slim chance that maybe. But I doubt there was anything of that caliber being made.
Yeah, that does seem a bit of a stretch that it was a time machine. I think that's all we've got for this week. Any last words, Ethan?
Just thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good Easter.
Yeah, have a good Easter. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, leave us a comment and follow. And we'll see you next week.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Mary LaValle or the Rougarou. At Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, the folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokaloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like a phoenix, coming back around again and again. Though there's a strain on your brain if you've got more than 2 brain cells in you. Some believe McCartney is dead because they read into the Mandela effect, which is subject to folklore.